Like, you go to, like, the Napa sign, right? And there's just fields and fields and fields of grapes, right? But all the leaves are all yellow. So it was, like, weird. You know, I was like, oh, are we in the right? What is this? Like, what? Is everything dying? And I guess that's just how it is. And then, like, in March, like, the rainy season comes and everything turns green again. And I just never thought of that. So I guess we kind of went at a unique time.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, you know, it's like when I went to Vegas last time and it snowed. I'm like, come on, dude. What is this? But at the same time, like, how many times does that happen, you know? So kind of cool still.
Global warming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Napa's cool. But actually, like, go to Sonoma first.
Really? Why?
And just go to downtown Sonoma and just hang out.
Geek.
Go downtown Sonoma and just walk around, and it's cool.
Do you talk like you're from Modesto?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here, Brandon?
Devin.
This episode is brought to you by the Ramsdell Regional Center for the Arts. You can find them online at www.ramsdaletheater.org, or you can reach them by phone at 231-398-9770. Our friends over at the Ramsdell Regional Center for the Arts want to let you know about something that's going down on March 9th. It's their Irish night, and the event kicks off with the spirited tunes of the Black House Monks, setting the perfect tone for a night filled with traditional medleys and contemporary twists. As the spotlight intensifies, the main act takes center stage with the renowned Kennedy's Kitchen. Known for their captivating performances and soul-stirring Irish repertoire, Kennedy's Kitchen promises to deliver an unforgettable experience for all music enthusiasts. The music starts at 6 p.m., so check the website for the ticketing information. That's www.ramsdaletheater.org.
That's one of my favorites.
Saturday Night Live skit. Yeah.
No, downtown Sonoma is really fucking cool. And, like, I would go back to California and just stay in, like, an Airbnb there in Sonoma and just walk around and hang out. Like, it's cool, man. Like, it was not what I expected.
No homeless there?
I mean, I didn't see any of that. Although, you know, it was fall. So, like, at nighttime, we were walking around. It was, like, 42. So, it was chilly. No, it was really cool. And, I mean, Napa's beautiful. But it's just on the other side of the thing.
Yeah.
The valley. Just a different valley, you know. Oh, we went to Yountville, too. Like, you got to go to Yountville, which is cool. They have, like, a Thomas Keller restaurant there. And
really?
It's badass. And, like, all the mountains are in the background. And
how was the...
it was pretty cool.
How was the checkbook for the weekend? Was it pricey out there?
You know.
I've talked to people that have gone to California or whatever, and, like, they're like, yeah, it's, like, normal shit.
Pretty much. I mean, you can buy wine, right? And it's expensive, like, because you're getting one-off stuff that isn't even, like, you can't buy, which is cool, right? And it's delicious.
Yeah.
So, expensive, but, like, that's your choice. You don't have to do that. I mean, everything else is the same for the most part. The food was the same prices. Like, sometimes I was like, man, this seems cheap. But I think it's just because they can do volume, right? Like,
I might have bought $1,000 worth of wine before I closed.
Oh, yeah, why not? You know. That's what you need all those shelves in your basement for.
Oh, dude, you should see it now.
Betsy was telling me. She's like, what? How about we just get rid of the shelves and then we don't have to have all of this stuff to put on the shelves? I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds legit, too.
Oh, my God. And you know what? By the end of summer, we're going to be looking at each other like, fuck, we don't have any wine.
Right.
Because we'll do a bottle or two a night. Jesus, why I got a little headache today.
Yeah.
God.
I took it easy yesterday.
It's just gin for you, though, huh?
Yeah. Club sodas.
Man, I thought about that the other day.
It's funny because, like, you can literally, like, take the gin out of it and just drink a club soda with a lemon in the mix.
Yeah.
And it's like you didn't even
need the buzz.
No. I actually like it. I think it tastes good. And, you know, beer. Well, you know.
God, I drink way too much beer, dude.
So bloated, man.
God, I'm always bloated. I'm always a fat fuck.
Well, and since I've been paying attention, like literally, if I drink beer one night, I'll wake up the next day and I'm like 2 pounds heavier. Even if I didn't like really go off the rails or anything. It's just like you're just holding everything in. It's terrible. Feel like junk.
Yeah, it's my Achilles heel.
It does taste good. I mean,
it tastes so good. Jeez, I sound like a fucking alcoholic.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
work out twice a day, and I'm not moving the needle. You know, and I'm like, it's got to be the 12 beers.
Oh, definitely. It certainly is.
You know?
But again, like,
Christ.
all right, so like, look at all the things you do in a day. Like, you gotta have something, man. You can't just like not do anything that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just 100% dedicate your time to like trying to like be health. Right? Like, that's too much, dude. You know?
Yeah, there's a video or a voiceover where it's like, if you do all the things that you're supposed to do to live the healthiest life, you're still going to die.
Yeah. Might even be sooner because you just went too hard on that. Yeah. You know? I mean, everything in moderation is, like, you know, I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
You can't run to California straight. You know, you probably die, dude. But you can run at a pace every day, you know. I don't know. You got to have something, too. Otherwise, you're just going to go bonkers.
I know. I'm already like...
Are you bored yet?
Well, I'm definitely going to... Sooner rather than later. I was like thinking, all right, I'm just going to go through summer. You know?
That's a long time.
It's a long time, bro. And then I'm already like, what am I going to sink my teeth into next?
Yeah.
Because when this is done, because now I'm just kind of piddly fucking around. I mean, I've got to take all the mirrors and stuff down.
Yeah.
And like, but I've got 2.5 months. You know, the big thing is getting rid of all this other shit out here. Once that's gone, then I can start, you know, picking everything else away. But it's, but like, what am I really going to do? I mean, I've been saying, because I really thought that, you know, the races would take up a lot of my hard drive, but they're really not. It's like the same thing. I'm advertising a little more than I have in the past, but you know, everything's already kind of, once you do these a couple of years in a row,
it's harder in the beginning.
It's all just fucking comes together now.
Right.
Dude, we are going to have this year, I can all but guarantee 500 plus athletes for Run the Pier.
Wow.
Well, we added the 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon. And right now, the full marathon has more people signed up than any other races. The half marathon and the full marathon, more people are signed up for that than the 5 and the 10K.
And that's all in Manistee.
Right.
Cool.
Well, these people that have signed up, there's only a few people from Manistee that have signed up.
Right.
But, yeah, and it's all going to be from the same spot. So all the races are going to go off.
So it just keeps going.
So the 5K is the traditional, the same 5K we've always run. The 10K runs the same course. Excuse me, but when they come off the pier, the 10K then goes north down the beach. So you got to run the shoreline in the sand.
That's hard.
Yeah, all the way to the water tower access, and then up the stairs, and then there's some looping around to get the 10K. And you finish in the same spot as the 5. Now the half marathon starts at Blue Slipper in Onekama and runs all the way back.
Okay.
Full marathon goes out and
back.
Yeah, and we're gonna bus people out there. We working with the Manistee Transportation's gonna hook us up.
Working with Dylan. Got the bus.
Got the bus.
Yeah. Load up the hay wagon. And
I mean, so I've done races like that where you've been bussed out to the start line and run back. So people are down for that. If you can't get a ride, we'll set you up. But what I'm saying is, if we get our normal 250, 300 people signed up for the 5K, some of those people are gonna just automatically go, "Oh, they have a 10K now. I'll do the 10K." But if we have a couple hundred people signed up for the half and the full, we've got 500.
Right.
And that's nuts, dude. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
And the party's going to be even sicker with all these people, and it's just, I'm pumped.
Where's the end? So is it still going to be at Duffy?
Yeah. Beer tent, everything is going to be right in the, so everything's, instead it's not at night anymore, it's in the morning. because of the half and the full, we can't have those people out running in the heat.
Right, yeah.
There's going to be somebody,
Right.
and good for them, there's going to be somebody that this is like their first marathon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to take them fucking 6 hours.
Sure.
You know? Or more.
Right.
So we can't have them start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and finish at 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So races start like at 7 a.m. and they all kind of start finishing around 11-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we'll start the award ceremony and the beer tent and after party. And I think we're going to get a band this year.
Cool.
A DJ and a band. Like part of it will be DJ, then like the end of it will be with the band or something like that. But yeah.
Dope.
Dude. Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. But
Yeah.
it's easy. Once you've done it a few times, like it's not like the hardest part is the logistics. Getting people to the start line and saying go, let them fucking run, and then the race is over. Because the timing guy takes care of everything else.
Right.
You know?
It's just
And
putting
then I
all the
just gotta be
pieces
a
together.
cheerleader.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you're going to do something else sooner than later.
I don't know. I am running races, though, too.
Yeah.
So I've got the marathon but that's not until August, and I might...
That's a ways away.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know. Drive fucking Betsy nuts.
Go on a boat.
Go on a boat ride.
Yeah.
You know, hang out with my dog.
Go on a boat.
How's it going over there at the marina? Good?
It's fine. I mean, haven't been over there since I took the boat out. Yeah, I don't know. My boat got kind of beat up at the end of the season, so I'm looking for some parts.
Is it going to be summer ready?
I hope so. I mean, it can be ugly. I don't care. It'll still be in the water and running. So.
Is it going to be able to go out into the lake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's just it got a little scratched up at the end of the season. We had that super wind, whatever that was.
Yeah.
I don't remember when that was. It was before. Was it October? No, it must have been before that. I don't know. Got beat up though a little bit.
You know what I was thinking about doing?
What?
Just because I wanted to make a little extra money, because it's pretty simple. I thought maybe I'd just get my real estate license.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd be that guy.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do? I figured I'd sell some commercial real estate.
Yeah. Why not?
It's pretty easy.
I know a lot of people in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name recognition.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Have you seen? So there's a TikTok guy, real estate guy. I think I've sent it to you, where he's like, well, you can get this fucking place for like it's $1.5 million, and like he does a tour of the house, but it's like really unconventional.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I forget what his name is. It's hilarious though. I sent one to Sarah the other day, and she was like, "What?" I'm like, "Should I start doing this?" And she's like, "Probably not."
You should. You were making funny videos back in the day, and then you just quit.
Yeah, I know. I got busy.
Well,
Well, we got more people now, and it's I got to focus on some other stuff, so
yeah.
it's all good. Everything's all good. I'm planning on making more, so
Yeah, I think that niche it'd be fun for around here for sure.
it would be fun. I mean, that guy's hilarious, and like I mean, anyone could do that. What he's doing, it's just a matter of like there's actually stuff for sale where he lives, so he can actually go to a house and do that and take an hour and a half and record and do whatever. But yeah, there's not enough here. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I'm trying to put it all together.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's weird though, is like not owning this building anymore. I feel so weird about it sometimes.
What do you mean? Like you're in here?
Yeah, and it's like not mine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like you were a kid and you stayed over at your friend's house and then you woke up first.
Yeah. What do
that?
I do? Yeah, dude, that's a good analogy.
Right?
I shouldn't get up. Nobody else.
You're like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, it's not my TV.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
not my
Like
food.
what do you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean. But before I bought my building, I rented that space, right? And I never felt like I could do anything in there either. And now I just do whatever I want, and I love it.
I mean, my hope. I mean, obviously at this point, it's going to be what it's going to be. But my hope is that something really cool goes in. in here.
Yeah, me too.
Something that people really, get something out of, some value out of it. He did show the property like last week.
Mm.
And I'm like, are you sure you want to show it right now? I mean, because that's when I had everything everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, it looks like hell in here.
Yeah, well, it's 4 walls and a roof, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember when you and I looked at it, and it was full of all that shit from Love Inc.
oh, yeah.
Stacked to the ceiling.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I mean, I guess it's 3,800 square feet. All right. Write it up.
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude.
It was. You could come in here and buy stuff.
Shit.
Yeah. It was, but now they're over by the Olsons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot nicer in there.
Yeah, well, they got more space,
Yeah.
right? It's big.
Yeah.
I forgot that was even in here, actually.
And then they were across the street. But yeah, where they're at now is great. I actually have to take some stuff down there from my basement. Clean it up.
God, I got a ton of stuff in my office basement. I should probably just take it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck were we talking about?
Space.
This space.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I laughed. I was talking to somebody at the gym the other day, and they, I could just see them looking at me. Like, here they go, coming over. They're going to ask me all about it.
Yep.
And they did. Whatever. Like, man, I was talking to my wife. We just hope something really cool goes in there, like a sushi restaurant or something. Like, go to the fucking Bluefish.
Yeah. On Wednesdays. They only do it on Wednesday, but it's legit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, everybody's got an idea. I can appreciate that. I've got my own ideas too, but it'd be really. Do you think we could do another restaurant?
Well, sushi restaurant.
I don't mean sushi restaurant, I just mean restaurant in general. The guy I was talking to this morning was like, man, I feel like, in the newspaper put that fucking, do our survey, but then everybody just wrote a fucking comment about like what kind of business they want downtown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, there was a lot of just absolutely dumb shit. But people.
Well, that's the nature of that question.
Yeah. Women's clothing. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I mean, whatever. Like, the thing is, it doesn't really matter what people want. It doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't actually matter.
It really doesn't matter. And nobody, I mean, there was a pretty good consensus out there that was like, what the fuck? When I was promoting opening this place, like, we don't need a liquor store.
Right. Oh, and it's all we need is another liquor store.
Turns out you did.
Yeah, right?
Turns out you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's the thing, I actually kind of, and not to bash anybody downtown, but the guy who bought Gardine's old building.
Yeah.
He did the same thing on his Facebook page. He was like, what would you like to see in there?
Mistake.
And I was like,
don't do that, dude.
Don't get discouraged after you read all of this. You know what I mean? Because, like, that's like, I don't know. For me, that's just a no-no,
Yeah.
And I'm glad he didn't, because he was like, whatever, cool, perfect, thanks for all your input, and just, boom.
Did his own
dumpster
thing.
outside, just went ahead and did it all. So, like, awesome. But, yeah, I was really nervous he was about to get discouraged.
Yeah, it's rough. But like you said, it doesn't matter, because, like, anybody with a dream and a business plan and enough, cash flow, they're going to open up their own thing and do their own thing.
Yeah, if people want to hustle, and they're going to make it work. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, there's certain things that probably would never work, but for the most part, you can make pretty much anything work for you if you want it to be.
If you want it, you work at it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is.
Encourage people to come and do, and invest in what you're doing. Yeah, it's always amazing. As soon as like somebody's so excited, look at what I'm doing. We're gonna open up in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden people are like, "What the fuck? We don't want that."
Right. like we're dragging them there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're forcing them to go there.
Like, don't come.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, there's places I don't go.
Sure.
That are downtown.
Yeah.
It's just because they're not for me.
Right. And that's
but
okay.
They don't need to make everything for me.
Yeah.
Right.
But for me.
Right. Yeah. No, it's ridiculous. Yeah. But it's fine. I'm sure it's it's like that everywhere.
Right.
Right. I mean, also Facebook is becoming the worst when it comes to this.
It's the
Like those
absolute worst.
Overheard and wherever, and there's like every town has one.
Yeah.
And like for some reason they'll show up in my feed and like has nothing to do with my life.
Yeah.
And or my where I live
Yeah.
or anything, and I'm like, Jesus, that's happened there too.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And I click on those ones because I'm like, I don't know any of these people, but oh my gosh, what's going on over there? You know, that's nonsense because it's not real, right? Oh my God, it's funny.
I can't be a part of it, dude.
No,
I'm like,
I can't look at the local ones.
you just when my shit gets shared, when it gets shared on one of these pages, it's like I'm not there. I gotta stay away from it. Yeah, because my personality is like I'm trying to be the best version of myself. Yeah, and sometimes people talk shit.
Yeah,
and
sometimes it goes too far.
I can't be a part of it.
Yeah,
because then I will just go too far.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I've done a really good job over the last 5 years or so.
Yeah,
to just not fucking do it. Like,
but what about now? And you don't have the store.
Oh yeah, just go deep. I know. I had said something to Betsy the other day. I'm like, just watch. I'm gonna fucking detonate, and nobody's gonna want to be around me when that happens.
9:30 at night.
Oh God.
I was gonna say like midnight, but no, let's be realistic. It's like 9:30.
Yeah, 12 Miller Lights in.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. Pull up the Facebook.
Let's go.
Typing.
I got 5 years worth for you.
God.
You guys ready for this?
Too.
Yeah.
Especially over COVID.
Yeah.
I was getting canceled left and right during COVID.
Wow. What a weird time.
Ugh. Yeah. One of these days, we're going to be able to talk about it and not feel uncomfortable about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're far enough into this podcast where
nobody's listening.
Let's go deep. Balls deep with Brandon Balls
deep. Oh my God, I just saw this post earlier and it was like an Andy Reid quote.
Okay, yeah, the Chiefs quarterback.
Yeah, the coach.
Yeah. Quarterback.
And it said something about the best things come in twos, and he's like, 2 beers, 2 tacos. Ask my wife about the best 2 inches I've ever given her, or something like that. Dude,
he didn't say that.
Yeah, it's a legit quote, dude. It was hilarious. I'm like, oh, that's badass. And like, you think about like getting canceled, and like he's like the coach of the champions, right? Exactly. And he's like, saying shit like that.
Whatever
like,
I want to say
dude.
now, dude.
I love that, actually.
Yeah.
I think it would be better if we could just all say it instead of just having to bottle it up.
Well, I mean, I'm getting pretty close.
Yeah.
I
mean, you know me. I stay pretty neutral, right? I mean, I don't want to alienate anyone.
Yeah.
I might laugh to myself, sometimes here and there, but it would be easier to just make light of it. I think that's the key, right? Like, not to actually insult people, but like, when stuff's ridiculous, let's all get on the same page and realize, maybe what I just said was kind of ridiculous, right? Or stupid. Right. I got just,
Speaking of being able to say what you want to say, I think I'm really looking forward to go back. We almost touched on it at the beginning of the podcast, because it's an election year.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I am praying for a debate.
It's going to be wild.
It's not going to happen.
No, probably not.
But Trump and Biden debate this time around would be... It'd be like a scene out of The Office.
Pretty much.
It would be that kind of comedy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It'd be like, was this a whole scripted thing? New conspiracy. This whole thing's scripted.
What do you think other countries think of us right now? I mean, they got to be looking at this like,
oh, dude,
Trump going to fucking prison or something or whatever. I don't even follow it that much. I don't even know what he's in trouble for now.
Yeah, I don't. Again, like, you got to get through your day, and like that stuff is pretty negative to like
Yeah.
dwell on. But yeah, I see clips here and there, and it is funny, no matter what, right? But yeah, like I watch Top Gear, like the old school.
That's the best one.
Yeah,
The old school.
and those guys make fun of Americans all the time, right? And you know, rightfully,
Yeah.
like the stuff they say is pretty funny. I laugh. I'm like, ha, they're right, you know. But they got to be doing that now, like I don't know.
It's wild.
It is wild. What are they? The other day I remember hearing that they like broke their own records for being the oldest. Oh, it was Jon Stewart because he came back.
And by the way,
So we watched that.
that's kind of money.
Yeah. And it was funny. But yeah, he's like, they broke their own age record because the oldest person before them was them.
Was
the
them.
last time.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both in their 80s now.
Oh yeah, dude, it's wild.
That's nuts.
And what did he say? He's like, he's like, they are 20 years older than me. And if you don't think 20 years makes any difference, this is me 20 years ago. And it was like a photo of him, and he looked like a young dude, you know? He was like 35 or something.
I'm not an ageist or anything like that. I'm the type of person, I've already told my kids, I'm never going into a fucking home. You're stuck with me. I'm going to be that old guy that you're going to have to rip the driver's license out of my hand.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be that guy.
Oh, yeah.
So I get it.
Yep.
But also, when you're running the greatest country in the world, you should remember that you are.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's all I'll say to that.
Right.
You know, once you start forgetting everything,
Yeah.
I guess you're done.
Right. And also, like, maybe there's somebody better than you. You know? I don't know.
I don't know either. Jesus Christ. I really like RFK.
Yeah.
I really do. I really like him. So, he doesn't have a chance in hell because he's an independent. But, I mean, if I got to pick one of the three,
Yeah.
I really like him.
Yeah. See, I don't know who I like because they haven't shown anything yet. All they do is show all this nonsense between Biden and Trump.
Yeah.
So, like, how come there hasn't been any kind of, like, campaigning of... Or maybe I've just...
Maybe
I just don't watch it.
because he can't.
Right.
And Trump doesn't have to because
It doesn't matter.
He's going to be the
Yeah.
guy that they're going to throw out there.
Right.
So, yeah, the only real campaigning right now is RFK. He's out there trying to
good.
do whatever he can to get on the ticket. You know,
Well, good.
get
At
on-
least somebody's...
Yeah.
I mean, because for real. Like, what? What?
Let's just get through it. Let's
Yeah.
get this bullshit done overseas. Let's stop with the wars and
Yeah.
because
Let's focus, right?
100%
Yeah.
of everybody, all they want to do is just live a life
Right.
and not have to worry about all this bullshit.
Right.
You know. God damn, I don't.
I think that's what's cool about living in a small town.
Why? What do you mean?
Like, if you live in a big metro city,
Yeah.
I feel like you're more affected by the outside world because everything is owned by these companies that are all over the world, and you participate in the news, essentially. Like, you're a part of it. You know, like, what's the sentiment in New York City? You know, like, no one gives a shit what we think in this tiny town, right? But I like that. I like that the fact that we're just, it doesn't really penetrate so much. I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't surround myself with that. I don't know,
I mean, if you're not one of those people that lives on Facebook, you know, because I don't think you are. I know I'm not.
I mean, I use it for work.
People are always like, "Hey, did you see this on Facebook?" I'm like, "No," because I just post my shit
Yeah.
and walk away from it.
Yeah.
You know.
I do too.
Yeah, I can't be involved in that.
A lot of my feed is groups now, because I just feel like a nerd at this point. I'm just like learning stuff.
Yeah.
So I join these groups and I'm like, they're like, "Oh, do you have any of our products?" And I'm like, "Not yet," you know. But I'm like going down this rabbit hole now, and I'm gonna learn about this stuff. And it's like my whole feed is basically groups. which is not terrible. I mean, they're all
Boring,
stuff that
it
is boring. But okay, good. Like at least it's not like high stress.
I spend the majority of my time when I'm online. I spend the majority of my time on LinkedIn, because you can learn a lot of shit there too.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not just like trying to collect connections or whatever.
Yeah. I get sucked into TikTok.
Yeah, I mean TikTok's kind of like the end of the night, the last half hour for me. And then just do this.
So mine is like tile guy, electrician, plumber, construction. Like that's my whole feed now. And I'm terrible because I'm like, oh, dude, I need to buy that tool.
3 seconds.
That's
you watch it
badass.
for 3 seconds. It's on your feed forever.
Yeah, and I'm like, I watch electricians literally just work.
Mine is really yours is very functional. You're learning shit. It's mine is people like really overweight people eating, and
I actually love that.
Real little people from other countries that are like adults. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
I don't know why. It's
like
always just like somebody just walking around. But it's a real tiny little person. I get a lot of the little people things. I don't know.
Why?
Somebody sent me something. My buddy Robert sends me like 4. He's the guy, right? Like
that's why
you
it's
wake
there.
up in the morning and there's 400 like videos.
Oh yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. But the eating stuff,
it's weird.
I follow this one guy.
They eat some weird
Johnny
shit.
Loves Food or something like that. He's a really big black guy, and he's like really kind of bubbly, but he's always like his head.
Oh no, you sent that to me before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like, Jimmy John's got some new menu items.
Yeah. And his head is round.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And he just shovels this shit in and goes, for me, this is a 7.10.
Yeah.
It's like he's got 2 things. If it's a 7 out of 10, he doesn't really like it that much. If it's an 8 out of 10, it's great.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah.
But he's just constantly in my feed, and I fucking love it. I'm laughing. I'm just.
The only ones you ever send me is when they eat like weird shit.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, what even is that? Or that dude's like, he's like making this patty and he puts it in here and then he makes another one and he takes it out and puts it in a pan and I'm like, wait, what? What is that?
For a while, I get the pimple popping thing and like the ones where they're digging shit out of people's fingernails, toenails.
Gross.
Yeah. Like but that's just on TikTok.
Yeah. And imagine like somebody's feed, like how mine is like all trades. Yeah. Somebody's is all that.
Yeah.
Right?
All that.
Weird. Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I spend the majority of my time on YouTube. I like watching like
I do
late
too.
90s, late 80s, early 90s NBA basketball. Fucking weird that way.
Watching old Pistons games?
Pistons. Mostly Jordan.
Bulls. Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly
sick.
Jordan fucking dominating everybody.
It's funny, like, watching YouTube on a big screen reminds me of, like, Sarah's dad. And he's like, can I AirPlay my phone to the TV? And I'm like, no, because I don't want to watch this camper video. Like, you know what I mean?
Also, the thing is with YouTube, like, if it's your YouTube and you put it up on the TV, then everybody can see your search history.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fine with me, because, like I said, mine's all, like, 80s and 90s basketball.
Right.
But, like, I was at a company... This is quite a few years ago, but I was at a little company get-together at a friend's house that worked with the company or whatever.
Right.
And he had YouTube on, and he had like a YouTube music playlist, something playing in the background. And then one of the team members went over to like change it and went to the search engine, and it was like,
not good.
Middle-aged women with big boobies, or whatever, like all these. And it wasn't that tame.
Yeah.
It was pretty graphic, all these things. And the gal who was changing the channel just kind of looked at me. And I looked back at her, and I'm like, don't fucking say anything.
Oh, yeah.
Just go to what you're doing. He's a single guy. He likes to rip him off once a night. Let him do his thing.
Yeah. We live in the real world.
Yeah.
Just move on.
Don't hate. Jesus Christ.
My YouTube is a lot like TikTok.
Is it?
Yeah. It's because I want somebody to like, so like that networking stuff I have at the building, I'll watch a YouTube video where there's like, this is how you set up your networks. And I like literally pause the video, do that, unpause the video. Okay, next. Oh, I missed that. Go back. And I'll literally do exactly what they're saying to do from the video.
That's how people are learning today.
Right?
I mean, you want to learn something, pull it up on YouTube.
You know what's funny is like, I don't know if that's everyone. I feel like it's everyone.
Today I do. I feel like, you know, like my kids.
Well, like they want to learn stuff.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. Like, it's at your fingertips.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Which is why, you know, I mean, maybe not in our lifetime, but probably as we approach the end of our lifetime, like schools will be unnecessary.
Possibly.
I mean,
the social aspect of it is still pretty important, I think. I mean, we don't need to be Wall-E. You remember that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, kids have to, like, figure out how to live in, you know, society. And I feel like that's the beginning, right? You know? And they're not always protected. You know, they don't have a parent there that could be like, hey, this is how you handle that. And, like, they have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, there's a certain... I mean, I don't necessarily think it needs to be until you're 18.
Yeah.
You know, learn the basics, learn how to read and write.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the shit's going to, you know, more specialized.
Sure. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Especially now because everything's at your fingertips.
Right.
I know more stuff now in a second than I ever learned in
A week of whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually love that, though. Because I do, like, wake up with that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm like, I want to look this up, or, you know what I mean? It's surprising, actually, how often, once you get used to doing it, right? Like, what, like 10 years ago, I'm like, oh, yeah, look this up. And now it's just like, hey, Siri.
Yeah. So the one thing I do miss is being like, whatever, at the bar going,
whatever, you're wrong.
You're wrong. I'm right. You know,
Yeah.
And then it's like you got to get into a debate. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now it's like you can't even have these like little debates.
Not
or whatever.
really.
It's like, did you see the game last night?
Yeah.
You know, no, but I'll rewatch it today. I don't know.
Right.
There's a lot of things that are just way different now because of it. Speaking of schools, dude, you following anything with MCC?
I saw stuff in the paper.
Regardless of the money or whatever, I mean, I know that the bishop, I guess, came down the other day and was like, you've got 3 choices to the board. They were like, K through 5.
So no high school.
Closure.
Oh.
Or...
other way around.
I don't think running it as is was on the table. But it was definitely K through 5 or close the doors. I don't know.
I mean, what do I know?
What do I know either?
You know, I didn't grow up Catholic. I didn't go to a Catholic school. I don't know the ins and outs.
It's rough. I feel bad for the families that are like really dialed into it.
Right. I mean, you know, anytime something is taken away, regardless of what it is, it's tough, right? Because someone always loses. So
it's like selling Manistee Beverage Company.
Yeah.
And everybody's fucking butthurt.
Yeah. You're like, hey, where were you in January?
I mean,
what, you know,
you know, the one thing about the whole deal is because I've been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
You know, I've been posting some stuff and then just kind of, like I said, backing away.
Mm-hmm.
I've got like 10,000 comments from the posts I put out about, you know, selling the store and everything.
Yeah.
That I, at some point, I think I probably should go through and be like, all right. Because I know a lot of it was, the majority of it was pretty positive. But, man, people just got this whole thing twisted, though, for a while.
Oh, I bet.
People were
That's
like,
the nature of it.
I got phone calls. And people like, man, I am so sorry if there's anything I can do to help. And I'm like, with what?
Like you didn't choose to.
Like what?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not losing my ass down here.
Right.
I didn't close because, you know, we just can't make a go of it.
Right. But that's that old school mentality, right?
I know.
Yeah.
You're not. What do you mean you're not going to be around forever, standing behind the counter, breaking your back every day, picking up fucking cases of beer all day long?
Right.
No, dude.
Right.
No,
you grow.
Yeah.
And then you build and you grow, and then like eventually you have to grow somewhere else because you've outgrown it.
I outgrew it for sure, and it was just a mental, I mean.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. It was time to just, and everything worked out because the market was high.
Yeah.
On everything.
Yeah.
So I struck while the iron was hot. And 10 years from now, I might say to myself, fuck, if I had just waited 2 more years.
Well, yeah.
But,
That's not even worth thinking about.
It's not even worth thinking about.
No.
You just do it. So.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
Because of the whole tribes thing. Like, if they build that.
God, it's got to get built, man.
It has to get built. They have to do it.
Without question. They got to quit.
I mean.
Now's the time. I thought that they were going to start breaking ground on something this spring over there, but.
I heard May, but what do I know?
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck do you know?
I know. I don't know anything.
I know. Well, it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I love the concept.
Yeah.
I've shown it to some people that don't live here who are like, wow, that really is a game changer if you're driving right there. You're kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah, what is this?
Even if you pass it, you're like, oh, man, we're going to have to turn around and go back there because that didn't used to be there. Or, holy smokes, that looks brand new, right? Like, we have to check that out.
It's going to obviously it's going to change everything down there, but the entire landscape of River Street is going to change. And after that is completed, it's going to be, we won't recognize our downtown. If anything, it should.
Yeah.
It should improve everything.
Yeah.
Because more money is going to come in. More money is going to go to the businesses. The business is going to have more money to upgrade shit. Facades are going to eventually all get brought up.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like it's going to lift everything up.
Oh, sure.
That's what I mean by that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Unrecognizable. Like if you were to go to sleep now for 5 years and wake up, it's going to
be good. And it's funny because, like I was on the fence with that comment because I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe not so much because, like, if you actually go stand down there, because on paper, dude, you look at that and you're like, this is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, how does that going to fit there, right?
Yeah.
It will. People don't do this stuff willy-nilly. But you go down there and you stand there and it's really not that much space.
It's not.
Right?
Yeah.
It just looks big and sounds big on paper.
Yeah.
But then when you see it in the real world, I mean, it's definitely going to transform the entrance to town. But it's not like, I don't know. It's not like they're building a 40-story, you know what I mean? Like, look at those buildings they build in cities, right? Like, they'll knock a old skyscraper down and build one that's 20 times taller than that, right? Like, that is insane. But this makes sense. I feel like it's perfect for that spot. It's like the right size. I don't know.
Well, they're not building any additional parking spaces, so I don't know where people are going to fucking park.
Well, they are. Well, there's a parking garage.
Yeah.
But no, so fun story. I remember arguing with people about parking a long time ago. And, now we have this building, and I always park in the back, right, for the most part. Like, if I'm only going to be in the office for, like, an hour or something, I'll park out front because it's probably early.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave by the time anybody needs that spot anyways. But I park in the back. And I've noticed since, like, all the storefronts have started filling up and everything, a couple of years ago, there is a lot of cars in that parking lot now. And it's a tight parking lot. I mean, my truck does not maneuver well at all. So, like, actually turning around the corner in there, like, I have to back up sometimes if somebody doesn't pull, like, all the way up. So, we might be having that conversation in the next 3 to 5 years about, all right, now we kind of are maxed out. Now what do we do? And hopefully somebody's been thinking about it the whole time. I know Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's thinking about fixing it the whole time. People are thinking about parking, but I don't know.
Again, like, where does it go, though? Like, there's not a ton of space.
The art park.
Yeah, but, I mean, are you talking, like, multi-level? You're talking about the one down... Yeah.
There's parking over on, I think over on the ironwork side.
Yes.
But once Marty gets his businesses, dude, I mean...
Yeah, that stuff's sick.
That stuff is just out of this.
It's going to be badass.
It's going to be...
Well, and even these parking lots behind Trophies up on the other side of Filer Street, like, those are fairly empty.
A lot of people don't know they're there.
Right.
That
could be multi-story parking there. I feel like there's enough room there.
Yep.
I mean, you go anywhere else, you're walking a little ways. And maybe not down a hill in the winter, like you are here, but, that can be addressed. I don't know. I'm kind of out of the loop. I should have went to all these, like,
the streetscape stuff?
Yeah, I feel like a loser because I didn't go to any of it.
I mean,
I should be at that. But.
So, yeah, I mean, I think in the plan, there's some discussion about parking, but also the streetscape is like, it's a wonderful idea, but we still need millions of dollars to do it.
Yeah.
You were on the DDA forever. This stuff doesn't just come up. We just don't have the money.
Right.
So hopefully over time we pick away at it and get,
I mean, are they going to bond it out? Is that their plan? Like, I don't know. I didn't go to any of the stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be some bonds for it, but it's millions and millions. So it'll be like year after year after year. And so it's a piecemeal.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Wow.
But hey, Culver's is opening.
Soon.
Yeah.
Like less than a month, right?
That's the talk of the town. I thought it was this week. I thought it was like the 19th they were opening.
Of February?
Yeah.
I thought it said March.
Oh.
Maybe I was wrong.
Gotta get some of that custard, dude.
Some butter burgers. Honestly, I think I've only had it once. And it was in Cadillac, and it was like a... But is there one in Cadillac?
There's one in Traverse for sure.
It wasn't in Cadillac. It was like on the east side of the state, but straight across somewhere. Maybe Claire, somewhere over there. Midland. I don't know. It was a long time ago. It was like new. And that's the last time I had it.
To foreshadow real quick for summer. That's a good segue. Definitely going to be spending more time in the boat, dude, but I need to get a golf cart.
Oh, yeah.
Have they come down in price?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
A $500 golf cart is now $5,000.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
ridiculous.
They don't have any $500 ones anymore because the people bought the $500 ones and put $2,500 into them, and it's going to make $1,500 off of them. Yeah. That's all good, though, man. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I got to find the...
Diamond in the rough.
I do.
Yeah.
I can't spend that kind of money. I'm going to spend $2,000 on an ice barrel.
A what?
An ice barrel.
Oh, like a plunge?
Yeah, so like, I have that little chest freezer at home that I get in.
Mm-hmm.
So the big one that I have here, I told Bets, I said, I'm going to bring the big one. I'm going to start using the big one at the house because this little one's just not cutting it for me anymore. I can't really submerge in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just not big enough. But that'd be perfect. She goes, don't do that. She goes, why don't you sell that to Marty?
And just get a
and
plunge.
then we'll get an ice barrel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea. So, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. I got to tell Marty, you're buying it. He said he wanted it, and I said, no, I'm going to use it for this. And
he's already on board.
He's like, yeah, he'll take it.
I got to get you some money for that.
Well.
Yeah. I'm worried if I don't do it soon, somebody else is going to snag it.
So, yeah, I'm going to get the ice barrel. That's going to be my next big purchase.
Sweet.
And, yeah. But then we keep talking about the fucking house because real estate for just one quick.
Yeah.
So, because I value your opinion, we think eventually we're either going to buy another house or we're going to build. And I really think building's the way to go. But because we start looking at like, so Bets was like, this spring I'd really like to fix the got some cracks in the in like the sidewalk area at the back door entrance and shit. But then our driveway's all kind of fucked up too.
So you just
she's
rip
like,
it out and
once we
redo the
do
whole
that,
thing.
we might as well do the driveway. And I go, okay. And we also need a new roof on the house and the garage. And I'm like, okay, so we can do the driveway, the sidewalk, the roof. So you want to spend $100,000, or do you want to just go buy a fucking house?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's the type of shit I think about, because I want a sauna. I'm such a whatever. I want a sauna. I want like, you know what I really want?
You seen that Bert Kirshner show where they go like to that cabin?
Yeah.
That's what when you said, I want a sauna, I mean, like, that's what I pictured. Like, eating a bunch of gummies and, like, yeah.
Going in the sauna.
Right.
Well, then every time I talk to Les, because he's like, oh, it's like a religious experience.
Oh, yeah.
So, so then I'm thinking, like, well, I can't do all of this stuff where we're currently at. What do you think about a barn dominium?
I think they're cool.
I do, too. Willie's got one, and he keeps telling me to come out and check it out.
So I think the thing is, and I could be wrong, I'm not a builder, but I mean, it's being that it's not like a traditional style of building something, I feel like your initial like structural investment is less.
He said it's half.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, dude, this house was half. If he was to build like the same square footage and everything,
yeah,
it would be double what he put into this.
Well, there you go.
And I'm like, this is what, but Betsy just doesn't like the look of them. And I'm like, but that's the other thing that's on my YouTube. I've been looking at these barn dominiums like crazy.
So find ones that look different, right?
Yeah.
But that aren't just a box.
Right. And you could do so much with them.
I love that how when they do like big overhangs.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like a porch, right?
Yep.
But it's like, traditionally that would have been like a lean-to for like a camper or something, right?
Right.
But these have like skylights in them, and it's like a fucking porch, and it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be down with that. You can heat the floor.
Yeah, he's got heated floors. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
The only thing he doesn't like about it is he doesn't have a basement.
Well, it's the nature of it.
But you can get a basement with these.
Can you? I mean, it's a pole structure.
It's like a pole barn.
Right.
That's what it is.
So, yeah, I guess anything's doable.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen one with a basement.
Well, I Googled it because Betsy was like, you can't have a basement with those. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can. And I asked Willie, too. I texted him, and he's like, oh, for sure you can get a basement. He goes, I'm pissed I didn't have one built when I built this place. When I went online, and yeah, it says.
We're just like not all the way.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like a portion.
Yeah, like a portion of it.
Which is fine.
Yeah. These things are so big, too, dude. Like,
yeah,
do you
they're
really need a
massive.
basement?
Like 62 by like.
Yeah. They're huge.
Yeah. No, you should get one. That'd be dope.
I'd be so mint. Look at us, white people problems. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
How
This
much
white
is it to
privilege
build a
right
new
here.
house? Yeah.
Yeah, and, I'm thinking maybe I'll just do a barn dominium and save like a $500,000.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think we can conclude balls deep for the day.
Word.
Next time we do this, it'll be with gin and sodas.